this. I was picturing an introduction with less blood.
What makes you think I steal things just because people ask me to?
I may have talked you up a bit. Maybe more than once.
God damn it, Barrett.
Wonderful.
What? You'd rather I told everyone you were a mage?
All I've heard is that you get things done. I'm hoping that's true.
I imagine if we did this, it'd be together, wouldn't it?
That's the idea. Or did you have something else in mind?
I just think we should get to know one another.
I think I'd like that.
So, tell me, what exactly is it you want to steal?
A jewel. The Duke thinks it's valuable, and it is. Just not in the way he believes. What's more, he shouldn't have it in the first place. He who wishes to walk on water must first learn to swim. Come with me to Chateau Haine. I'll explain everything on the way. If nothing else, you get fine wine and fancy company. But I hope you want more than that.
I don't like the sound of this, Hawk.
You think it's a trap?
Introducing Tallis. Yeah, again, one of the dumbest design decisions in the whole game.
Luke. Here's the problem. The heart is in a vault, behind who knows what kind of traps. Protected by a private army of Orlesian chevaliers. All inside a fortress that was designed to be impregnable. And let's not forget, it's on the side of a mountain, in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by monsters.
Lovely. So we're doing that. Pretty cool here.
Andrastes, dears Prosper. When is this going to get started?
Presently. All right, everyone. You'll know the tradition, yes? The first to find and slay a wyvern wins the honors of the evening. And bragging rights, of course. Good luck to you all.
Lovely day for a hunt, don't you agree? Very outdoorsy.
Ah, Master Hall. Allow them through. They are my guests. Please excuse Gahir. A polite bodyguard is a contradiction in terms. Also, I am told.
A chasing? Here?
Oh yes, you are Ferelden, aren't you? You would know of his people.
I know of Darkspawn too, but I generally don't let them breathe on me.
No, he breathes on all the guests. Think of it as a rite of passage. And who is this lovely specimen?
You flatter me, Your Grace.
And I see you brought assistance, already armed and armored. Wonderful. I must say, your presence is a surprise. I offered the invitation as a courtesy, but had no idea you were interested in our hunt.
It's a favorite pastime of mine to find things and kill them, actually.
Really? Then you will fit right in. At any rate, I won't keep you from the hunt. Wouldn't want you to fall behind the others, yes?
I don't think I've ever encountered a wyvern before.
And why would you? There are exceptional beasts, magnificent cousins to the mighty dragon. My only advice? Beware their poison. It's the deadliest thing about them, as well as the most valuable.
Their poison is valuable.
Indeed. From it can be brewed Aquae Lucidius, a libation adored even by the Empress herself.
Drinking poison for sport. That really sums it up, doesn't it?
But here you are wasting valuable time on questions. Do you wish the others to beat you to the prize?
The sooner we get to the celebration, the happier I'll be.
Oh, I quite agree. The festivities cannot come soon enough. Good luck to you, my lord. Remember, fortune favors the bold.
Sweet. Okay. So the biggest thing we need to do is walk around, and there's recipes and things to collect, a lot of quests to do. So we got to make sure that we are, you know, looking at everything. So as far as what we've got here, a lot of stuff we've seen before, but mostly this is to buy health and lyrium potions. We make sure we get all of these. And also we buy all the stamina droughts that they have and the injury kit. Anything else? No. We'll sell this. Okay. And we need to make sure we gather all the quests that are here.
You have come a long way to join our Duke, Sirrah. You'll pardon me for saying that you do not seem like a hunter. A word of caution since you are new to this. Wyverns spit venom. Their victims suffer terrible pain before they die.
Death is always the result, then?
Depending on exposure, it may take days. But yes, death is always the outcome if the poison isn't treated.
Since people hunt these creatures successfully, I imagine there's a trick to learn.
Ah, there are many tricks. It is best not to face the beasts head-on. Flank them. Blind them if you can.
Slow, agonizing death. This sounds less and less like a fun outing in the woods.
Well, the venom can be treated, though it is not simple to do so. A distillation of herbs, equal parts, Drakevein, Andraste's mantle, and winterberry can counteract the poison. May the Maker's luck grace your hunt. Be safe, Sirrah.
Okay, so Tallis needs to be leveled up. Tallis is an infiltrator. Tallis shows great aptitude for the sort of skills a cat burglar might need, but who precisely would have taught her such talents? So we're going to give her Cover Up, Cloak, Drop Dead, Poise, Dagger, Hard to Get, and we'll confirm that. And then we also need to give her Unforgiving Chain, Lacerate, Explosive Strike, Twin Fangs. Okay. Tallis is a fantastic damage dealer who actually surpasses Isabella by quite a bit. With Tallis, the one thing I always recommend is make sure that when you kind of get her in the party that you're taking all the dual weapon skills first, and then also making sure that you fill out her tree. Because otherwise, if you don't, you're going to be in a not great place. So we want to give her Willem's Bulwark. I think I want to keep her with the Lion of Orlais for right now. What does this look like? I'm curious. That's kind of cool. But we are going to give her Fade. Let's see. Fade Shear does a little bit more damage. We're going to give her the Mountain Father's Haft, because that's actually a much better axe. 80 attack, physical damage, improves with level up 6 damage versus humans. Or the Longsword, 21 health, 50 attack, 7% physical damage. Okay.
I'm afraid I can't help.
So we're going to head to the hunting grounds. Now, this is one of the most confusing areas in the entire game. And let me check one other thing here. I want to make sure the the graphics are on very high. Okay. Good. Yeah, perfect. All right. Let me see, is there an option? Nope, very high is the top. Okay. So, and let me just check one. That's the same thing I just did, duh. Alright, so we'll jump out of there.
Here, not just servants dressed up in wyvern suits.
Supposedly. Not that I've ever seen one, though. We just need to look for signs and be careful. We get this over with, we get into the keep.
So why did I bring...
That's where the...
So why did I bring this specific group? The reason why I brought this group is mostly due to dialogue. We don't really need a healer because I do so much damage that we can basically just destroy most enemies. And we are fighting dragons here. Oh, we gotta make sure I bring my dog out. What up? I mean, we literally are so powerful that it's not really a challenge at most points. So, oh, ow. So I'm not worried about it, but Aveline doesn't really have any unique dialogue, but you need a tank. This is one of few instances where not having a tank is going to absolutely sink you, because this place is full of bosses, and the wyverns that we're going to fight are very difficult. So I'm going to be showing how to attract a grand wyvern, and also...
The target.
Do dragons and wyverns even mix? I don't think so.
So if we drop part of this in the right spot, we might lure a wyvern out to protect its territory.
Good thought. Do that.
So, there are several different baits that we need to make sure we grab. That one would be the first one, so the dragon carcass. We also, there's not really much to loot on them, but there's also not going to be any great loot yet. We will get a little bit of stuff later, but for right now, it's mostly going to be silver and whatnot. There are a ton of quests to do, but you need to make sure that you are keeping track of where you are on the map, because, again, when I say this place is confusing because everything looks the same, this place is confusing because everything looks the same. So, we're going to head over here and grab this quest marker first. Talk to this hunter.
Have you seen a pair of coursers? I've been calling and calling, but it is no use. Nicodemus should know better. But Sylvain never had an ounce of sense in his head.
Just so you're aware, I have no idea what you're talking about. But feel free to keep rambling.
Ferelden. I've lost my dogs, of course. They took off after a stag, and the Maker only knows where they've gotten to now. Please, you must help me find them.
If I see your dogs, I'll let you know.
May Andraste guide you. Sylvain!
Okay. So, we're looking out for the Lost Hounds. We're going to quick save here. So, we are heading towards... Oh, here's...
A lot of blood. Would that be prey? Or from a wyvern itself?
I've heard they fight for dominance. Can't be gentle.
Maybe we can use some to draw out rivals. Added to what we have already, is it enough to draw one out of hiding?
I'd say so. A little one. Probably all we need. In the right spot, no doubt.
We don't want a little one. We want the grand Big Daddy Wyvern. So, this is another thing here. This is one of the hardest encounters in the entire game.
I wouldn't touch it.
There's a good reason she says not to touch it. So, we need to make sure we hard save here. Because if we don't, we're going to be miserable in about 10 seconds. We're going to touch the altar. And that's going to appear. So, we need to do this in a very specific way. Basically, this horror right here, I'm hoping we can kind of zerg it down, but it's going to drop this blue right here. That blue instantly kills almost everybody. So, we'll try and move, yeah. This is one of those, yeah. So we're gonna reload here. This is one of those instances that is just, it's a ridiculous fight. I absolutely hate this fight. So what we want to do, we want everyone to be as spread out as possible. Basically, Aveline is the only one that can touch it. So we move Hawk over here, Tallis over here, Sebastian over here. And Aveline is the one who's going to touch the altar. Okay, so that's going to spawn. Now we got to do the same thing. And everyone's got to hold position. So Hawk there, Tallis there, Sebastian there, Aveline engages the horror. Okay. The reason we do this is because it makes it a lot harder for it to attack. We want to focus this thing down immediately. And we want to make sure everyone's dealing with the ads. So I'm going to see if I can freeze it. Maybe I can. Tallis is gonna go down here, I think. We'll see. I'm gonna try and get her on him. basically pausing is pretty much the only way to really deal with this. Unfortunately, it's just one of those fights you have to do like this. We got to see if... I think we're going to lose Tal. Yep, there she goes. Okay. Aveline's in quite a bit of trouble. I got to see if she can drink. Okay. Sebastian, I'm going to have him deal with that cultist. Alright, she's back up, so we have to... Aveline's got a lot of constitution, so she should be able to weather it, but... if we get too close together, we'll end up in a not-so-good spot here. You always want to have Hawk on the... She just drank. Ugh. Okay. We're gonna attack. He's outside of the thing, so we can't. Aveline is in trouble. So I'm going to take her over, and we're going to do this tactic and just kind of run around for a little bit here. Hawk can handle everything. Well, my Hawk can anyway. Alright. For him, we want to turn off blood magic real quick. Chug. And then run around with Aveline. And Sebastian also. Okay, we run around. He's down. Okay. Oh man, I don't know that we can do this. This is one of the, like I said, one of the worst encounters by far. There's almost no set of tactics that makes this easy to do. And I mean, you're constantly in a bad situation here. Okay. So we're gonna run around a little bit. Alright, we're down. So we're going to try it one more time. You don't really get any good loot or anything here, so it's not really that important. But, I mean, it's pretty terrible. I'm not going to lie to you. We might come back and do it, but we'll see. Okay, so we're going to touch the altar one more time. Alright, and then... gonna have him shoot, her go after him, and then Aveline too. And we're gonna turn off blood magic for right now. And I need to make sure I chug. Okay. Actually, do this. And then Sebastian's gotta move over there. Tallis needs to drink immediately and then move. Okay. And then you do that. Oh, don't move in there, Hawk. Don't do it. Oh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Alright, then we do that. Sweet. Alright, Tallis is still not able to drink. So we're going to... oh, we're in trouble. I'm down. Alright, we're going to quick load here. Okay, so that's that fight. Again, you don't get anything good. This is not a quest or anything like that, so we're probably going to skip this.
I wouldn't touch it.
We're probably not going to touch it, Tallis. Just because it's a stupid fight. But we'll maybe try it again later, but I don't know.
Performing a survey.
Just wondering if there's a little woman behind the throne.
Let's keep moving.
Lovely. So we are going to head down this way. Again, we're going to head down this way, and again, that Avar thing up there, which is the ancient altar, not a great thing. Oh. Alright, and we need to grab, you walk around and grab all that stuff, the injury kits and whatnot.
Wyverns tend to defecate to drive away pursuit.
Just ignore them.
Lovely. And we gotta hold down tab as we walk through, making sure there's a stamina drow right there. So we can make sure we're picking up absolutely everything available to us. Alright. So we want to follow them this way. And we're gonna slam into something over here, but I don't think it's gonna be the beast. Here we're gonna meet an interesting enemy.
Something in there. A nest, perhaps.
Okay, sorry about that real quick. So these are ghasts. Tiny little creatures, but enough to drop some fire flames on. Take them out. Make sure we hit them with a fireball. They're pretty, I mean, they go down real quick, so. They're little kind of tribal. Oh, they took Tallis down. Oh my goodness. Okay. But I guess these guys don't really have a lot of constitution. We haven't upgraded that for them. Okay, he needs a drink. Yeah. The one thing I know, another thing that I have a lot of, I guess, problems with in this game, I don't like the idea that basically all classes need to use all stats. So you have to level up all stats and with every single class, and it's a little pointless because, you know, you don't really know whether you're messing up or you know.
Ghasts. Cave creatures. They don't come out on the surface much, however.
Until you get into a fight, you won't know, oh man, Tallis doesn't have enough constitution, you know, Anders doesn't have enough magic, things like that. And then her daggers are named Catherine and Thane. We're also going to give her some stuff here. Because she is temporary, we got to remember to take it off of her. Let's see. We want... I guess we'll give her the ornate ring. Give her... I guess the ornate amulet. We'll give her the brass nug charm. And then the belt of the unknowing. Okay. And then we're going to give Aveline this, because that's actually meant for her. So we're going to head out. And then up here we got another quest objective.
Cold. Oh, blessed Andraste, thank you. I thought I'd die out here. I've been trapped here since last night.
I know I'm going to regret this, but why are you standing out here in your small clothes?
Ghasts were chasing me. I thought I could leave false trails. The truth told, I'm not looking for the Wyvern. I'm a scholar from Cumberland, researching an Avar cult that once lived here. They worship the Lady of the Skies to the exclusion of all other gods. I'm searching for their shrine.
I've seen something that might be the shrine you're looking for.
Then you have succeeded where I failed. Rumors say they were driven from their last refuge. They left a great treasure in the goddess's keeping. But the mountain has defeated me. Please, take my research and see if you can do anything with it. I will try to make it back to camp. Good luck to you, Sarah.
So, I lied. Apparently, this is a quest. So we will do this quest, the Cult of the Sky. Oh God, I may have to do it maybe off camera. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see what's up with it. I'll try it a couple times. I'm not a quitter. But I do want to do kind of everything else first, and then that can go last. All right, let's move on in here. And we got...
Better to hunt these closer to farmland. There must be a plague on anyone with livestock.
The sooner we get the hunt over with, the sooner we'll be at the chateau to finish this.
Lovely. I actually really do enjoy this DLC for the most... Oh my God, did you see that? I do enjoy this DLC for the most part. There are some parts of it that make my eyes roll.
Whatever left that.
There you go, Hawk. It seems we're on the trail.
Traveling with you is always eye-opening, Hawk.
Lovely. So, we're going to head over here. We need to be collecting these herbs, too. So, Winterberry, make sure we grab that. Grab the health potion, viewpoint.
For a slaughtering ground, it's actually rather pretty.
The Montfort family inherited this mountain from a clan of Navarran dragon hunters. Well, look, I think he wants us to follow him.
This is one of the dogs that we were missing, or that went missing. He's gonna have us follow him over here. And we find a poison dog.
Oh no. Wyvern poison. I'm almost certain. Poor thing.
We'll have to leave him here.
We could tell his owner where he is. I don't know that it'll help much, though.
So, what we need to do for the poison dog, we need to get the salve, and then we can cure the dog. And do a quick save here, and then these ghasts are gonna... We look in the ghast hole, and they pop out. Alright. But we ain't putting up with none of this. Alright, we gotta drop some fire on them. And I'm gonna cone a cold. Sweet. And then we'll take them out. And you want to stay pretty tight when the gas come, because otherwise they can circle you and take out your whole group. So you make sure you keep everyone pretty close. All right, we do a grave robber. All right, where's Sebastian? Sebastian needs to drink. Okay. He's being attacked. Ah, but he took it out. Alright.
I think that's the last of them.
This DLC is really good because rather it does.
A gasling nest can often be 100 or more. Just be thankful we're not underground.
It gives you a little bit of story, but the biggest thing that it does above all else is it gives you levels. So by doing this DLC, you'll actually end up a little bit better leveled when you come back, which will make the rest of the game a little bit easier. I want to make sure we're saving here. This is another piece of bait.
Perfect.
Oh, well, at least we're getting close.
And which I've stood in.
Looking for clues.
Hawk. Ugh. Not the wisest thing you've ever done.
Ooh, nug bones. I wonder if a nug call would help attract a wyvern.
You know a nug call?
You go elbow deep in wyvern shit, and I'm the weird one?
Hey, listen, lady's got a point. So, and then beyond that, we gotta go up here. Now, I believe up here is where you can actually attract the wyvern, but there should be one more thing.
Everything.
We want to head down here.
Could we hunt something small and cuddly? Maybe vegetarian?
Let's see. Is this what we're looking for? This is where we would call the wyvern.
Just wyverns just love this place to bits. If we were going to find one, it'd be here.
Okay, but I don't think we want to do it yet. I believe there's 4 pieces of bait. And I actually want to double check maybe the wiki on this. And we're going to... Let's move through. So we're going to... So we missed a few...